Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. What's up, everybody? I'm Devontae. For those who don't know me, welcome to my channel. For those who already subscribed, welcome back. I'm a college student while working full-time, and on this channel I try to provide value and tips as I come across those pieces of value and tips, and to put it back out there into the world to, one, document my progress, and two, help someone if what I'm going through and what I'm learning is relevant to them. So there's a double purpose for this channel, and I hope you find some value from this video. So is it hard to go back to school or go back to college or to go the first time, whichever is more relevant to you? But specifically for me, was it hard to go back to college after dropping out? So like usual, get your coffee, sit down, we're about to talk. Starbucks just sponsored me. So I want to provide some value on a subject that I was anxious about before starting school my first time. And don't just think this is just about college. This is anything new that you want to do. Apply these same concepts. And anytime I talk about these things, I don't want anybody to think that I think I'm an expert. It's stuff that I have personally went through and lessons that I've learned from going through those things. I try a lot of things, so that means I fail a lot at things, and that's why I feel like I can report back to other people about what I've learned. So never take it as I'm the expert and you're the student. Take it as I have a perspective that may help you get to where you're going. Is it hard to go back? So I have 4 principles and pieces of advice that I learned from people and from my first semester. And it goes like this. 1, yes, it's hard, and then it becomes normal. 2, you need a why. 3, good habits and structure are your friends. And 4, birds of a feather fly the same direction. Y'all know the drill already. I swear this is gonna be like a thing. I promise you, watch. So yes, it is hard, and then it's normal. This can be applied to anything new that you're learning. You're always in the bottom 10% before you're in the top. Anything you do. When you started riding a bike, you sucked at it. When you first learned algebra, you weren't great at it. Some people still aren't, like myself, but still, you weren't decent at it when you first started. It's true that there are things that we naturally get, and some people naturally get, and they're talented at that thing. But usually, when people start out learning any new skill, it's hard. That's just by design. This is kind of how I like to think about it now, that I'm kind of restructuring my mind to think about things differently after failing and trying so many different things. Is difficulty is just mastery, not yet matured. Learning how to learn is one thing I would recommend that anybody do. Like, learn how you learn. If you don't learn this, that doesn't stop you from having to learn other hard things. College is just one thing. Don't make it this monster, this boogeyman in the closet. It really isn't. That's everything when it's new. And you can't escape everything new, because change is always going to happen to you. What you can do to have control in your life is happen to change as well. You want to happen back to it. And you got to pick your hard. This is something I heard so many times from different content creators and people I work with. It's hard not going to school and just working a job that you don't like. You don't like what you're doing now. You don't like where your life is. That's hard. Going to school can be hard. It's going to be hard either way. Lacking and having are 2 hard things. Naturally, it was very hard for me to adjust to, but then it became normal, and I'll show you how. So the thing about school or starting any new skill is you need a why. When I first started my college freshman class, I thought it was pretty phony. They had us watch a TED Talk. If I go on a rant with somebody, I'll be like, this has been my TED Talk. And it's like, it's just a joke that we've made, but in all seriousness, there's a lot of value you can find in TED Talks. So they had us watch a TED Talk about developing a why in our college freshman class. This project was intended to help us finish through the first semester and honestly finish the entire college experience all the way to the degree and graduating. At first I thought it was woo and like motivational, like you can do this type shit. But actually the why, learning my why I was in school, invoked emotion. And what that did was light a fire in me. Think of emotion as fire or fuel. We are emotional beings. So that's what drives us to do things that hurt or that we don't want to do, because our body wants us to be leisure and comfortable. It doesn't want us to be uncomfortable. Our emotions drive us into that uncomfortability for the results. So I have like an activity for you. Think of anything that you went through when you were younger. Funeral or graduation, fight, or anything that really when you think about it, it puts you back in that moment. What is the reason that you can recall how you felt? It was an extreme emotion, right? It was something that was extremely scary. It was something that was extremely exciting. It was something that was extremely sad. Why can you recall that thing right now? Emotion is powerful. This is something that I've noticed that more successful people than you and I understand that we don't, is that you have to invoke emotion. You have to put emotion behind things that you do. It has to be a why. Point being is you need a why to be able to push through the mundane, daily, boring shit that it takes to be where you want to be. So habits and structure are your friend. Initially, when I first started school, time would always fly by and I'm like, yo, I just sat down to do this assignment. Like, why is it already 9:30? So I paid for a mentor who's way more successful than probably anybody watching right now. But what he told me was that I need to learn how to utilize a Google Calendar. Just some way to log in your time throughout the day and mesh out what hours belongs to what task. The key here is to map out your entire day. You need to know hour by hour what you're doing. It seems robotic, but trust me, the results are what's important. Left to our own senses, we're pretty inefficient beings. Like we suck at grasping things like time. School got easier when I made a schedule and I stuck to it and I was responsible and I was reasonable about it too. I'll draw out the picture for you. I wake up at 5 a.m. if it was a work day, and from 5 to 6, I kind of have me time. It's meditate time. From 6 to like 6:20, I'm getting ready to head out the door. From 7 to 7, I work 12-hour shifts. I work. I get home around 7:20, shower up, wash, eat. Around 8 o'clock, I'm done with that. 8 to 9:30 is strictly work. 1 hour and 30 minutes that I have to have work completed and get ready for bed. I'm in bed by 10 o'clock and then up at 5 again. Taking that advice that mentor gave me showed me that one, I indeed did have enough time, because we often think that, oh, I don't have enough time. It's like, I don't know where the time's going. Well, you're not measuring it. You can't catch anything that you can't track, and you can't track anything that you don't see. You have to be able to see it and know where it's going. Habits and structure are your friends. This is one of the more general ones that we've grown up hearing, but what I've learned in my life personally is it's not that I learn new things. I have to rehear things that I already know. I have to be reminded things. But you're gonna hear it and be like, I needed to hear it again. Birds of a feather fly the same direction. Now, I know the expression, birds of a feather flock together. No matter how introverted you are, we are social creatures in the sense that we are impressionable by some outer force. Most people perform better with a team. When you have a team or a group or a partner, we are more efficient. They're accountability partners. They're good for motivation. It goes back into one of my previous videos about sharing your goals. It'll be somewhere here, but by lining your actions up with that intention, which is this person should help you with the capability. These people should help you with their motivation and your opportunities. If they can help you with those 3 things while you're trying to pursue going to school or learning a new skill, it's a good bird that you want to be around. Birds of a feather fly the same direction. So find a community or a small group or even just one person to talk to about school to be that motivating force. Like, hey, I need to finish. Be that constant reminder, like, hey, let me turn this assignment in, because I have this one buddy who won't even go out because he needs to turn his assignments in. So it's a good accountability thing, and I think it makes going to school easier, if you ask me. Now, in my closing, I just want to say that college obviously is not the only way to a higher salary or a better life. You know, don't be eager to tell people about your plans for school. Just post the cap and gown pics whenever you're finished. Like, just go there, do the damn thing, talk to people that help you with the capability, your motivation, your opportunity. Make it fun and you'll make it through. That's something that I've been utilizing in anything that I'm learning, because I'm going into my 2nd semester now in college, and if you make something fun, you will make it through. I'll leave you with this. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. I'm Devontae. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.